So do you all want to raise this screen, and while I'm introducing our guest, he can make his way up here? I wanted to be very brief, but I am very excited about today's guest. You know, in our everyday lives, we bump into people who are an instant spark. They absolutely inspire us. And that is the case for me with today's speaker, Emeka Nnaka. His resilience in the face of unimaginable difficulties is remarkable. As a 21-year-old Oral Roberts University student, Emeka was injured playing a football game in Fayetteville, Arkansas. That was about 6 years ago. He was paralyzed from the neck down, but he's made incredible progress. Tulsans have embraced this young man, and he has inspired everyone who crosses his path. It is my great honor to introduce to you the one, the only, Emeka Nnaka.
And I remember closing my eyes and I'm praying, and they're screaming, "Mecca, Mecca." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What are you doing?" So I'm praying. They're like, "Well, pray with your eyes open. God can still hear you." I say, "Okay, touche, you're right. You're right." Sometimes, some way in life, we are all fragile. And the question is that when we break, are we wreckage or are we salvaged? Are we ruined or are you remade? We think of recovery as, going back to the way things were after, you've been broken. But the reality is, once you've been broken, there is no going back to the way you were before. You have to, you're going to always change after that. You can change without growing, but you can't grow without changing. When you fall and you can't get up, you can't give up. That was my answer to, falling and, not being able to get up. I did not live that day that I got hurt to die on this day. And I don't mean that just physically, because think about it, so many people are walking around us that are already just dead. We live amongst walking dead people who wake up. I won't even say wake up. I'll say they wake down every day. And it's, oh, this job I'm working. Oh, in this relationship I'm in. Oh, these kids, they're driving me crazy, And it's time to, for me, it was time to wake up and not just look at what's happening around me, but to look further to what could be. The next thing I had to do, I had to take the wheel. I had to take responsibility for my life. And I've heard responsibility defined as responding with ability. We're all going to have pain in life. We all have pain in life. We have little pains, we have big pains. How you frame it is what's going to determine what you do with it, because pain can either improve you or it can impede you. And a lot of times we let pain impede us because we can feel it right then and there. And we've got to get to a point where our vision is much, deeper, it's much bigger, it's much further than what we feel in the moment. Look in the windshield and not the rearview mirror. There's a reason why in your car, your windshield is as big as it is and your rearview mirror is as small as it is. But again, in life, a lot of people, find themselves trying to navigate life while looking in the rearview mirror like, oh man, this person hurt me in my past, so, I guess, I won't be friendly to the next person. This job's, messed me over, so I won't give it 100% in this one. So many people are looking in the rearview mirror of things that past hurts, past pains, past relationships, and it's keeping them from living their vision that they have in their life. I also have a saying that I want to say, live in the vision of your life and not the circumstances of it. My lasting thoughts, what I want to say is that for me to move forward in my life, I had to let go of what was to embrace, what is, so that I can look forward to what could be. Now that I have found, my purpose in serving other people, I like to say that my purpose for serving people is my direction. Passion is what drives me, and perspective is what fills my tank. And I say perspective fills a tank because, let's say, for example, you wake up this morning and you're on your way out the door to go to a meeting, go to work, go to your job, and you get a flat tire. That flat tire makes you late to this meeting. Let's say at the end of that day, and you get asked, how was your day today? That flat tire, I'm pretty sure a flat tire will probably come up in your day. Let's fast forward to the end of your life, and let's ask, what was your life about? I highly doubt that a flat tire is going to come up in the grand scheme of your life. And if a flat tire does come up, you ain't doing enough with your life. But my point is, when you put certain things in perspective, when you put your pain in perspective, it will fuel you to, like I said, to improve, or it can improve you or impede you, pull you or push you.